She cooks for her husband. The internet got mad about it. I'm pretty sure this is Twitter. I'm pretty sure it is Twitter, but let's watch.
This woman cooks food for her husband, and Twitter is really mad about it. Okay, so it all starts from this tweet over here. Did she just make Oreos from scratch? And this went viral. 60 million views, 40,000 likes.
My husband was on his way out to get a cookies and cream soft serve, but I told him I'll just make it for him.
58 million views just for this. That's downright astonishing.
Him instead, so that's exactly what I did. I started by making my Oreos by combining some flour, cocoa powder, butter, some sugar, and egg, and then letting that go until it all comes together. Then I grabbed a baking sheet that was lined with parchment paper. The filling was so delicious, I kept snacking on it while I was filling my Oreos. After spreading an even layer on one of the cookies, I put another one on top, and there you go. I could not resist having a bowl myself, and it was really good.
So it's just a video of her cooking for her husband. How can people possibly be mad about that? Well, Twitter found a way.
Well, it is from TikTok. I'm pretty sure there are idiots on TikTok that will say, oh, this is really bad, and you shouldn't be doing that.
Reply is they can never make me hate her, and this is in reference to the quote tweets. Here is one of the most popular quote tweets over here with 14 million views, 50,000 likes. Everyone who idolizes these rich stay-at-home moms, watch this, learn, and then shut the frick up. Tradwives glamorize a lifestyle none of you will likely ever be able to achieve and laugh in your face as your views make them richer. This isn't goals, this is classism, white supremacy, and patriarchy. Wake up. So a woman cooking.
Okay, just from him reading that, I have no idea what he means, and I don't think I would care at this moment. All I see is that she's just cooking for her husband. I'm pretty sure that's pretty normal. How is this a problem?
Food for her husband on TikTok and being thoughtful and making Oreos for him is somehow white supremacy, apparently.
This morning I asked my toddlers what they wanted for breakfast, and they both said cereal, so cereal it was, and we got started right away.
Have you ever asked yourself why it is that tradwives and other conservative female influencers who promote traditional gender roles have all the time in the world to make cereal from...
Okay, by the way, just...
And there it is. When you put a label in it like tradwives or conservatives, you know who's the fault here. I kid you not. It's always the labels it's always the people who put the labels onto these people just to make themselves look virtuous. My God, I freaking hate these people like him. And by the way, he's on TikTok also. He's no better.
Just gonna interject really quickly. Sorry for pausing it, but there is no proof that this woman is a conservative like influencer or anything like that. I went to her TikTok and it's filled with just random cooking videos. She isn't promoting anything. She isn't telling anybody to do this. She's just sharing her own lifestyle and making food for her kids and her husband. These people just assume random shit because they're completely batshit crazy, you know?
Well, at least he put that out there because I refuse to use TikTok, and I think that's the best outcome there is. So I appreciate Pegasus doing the work for us.
How never seem to record themselves doing essential domestic labor like vacuuming, trying to get a particularly nasty stain out of a shirt, or scrubbing a toilet.
Probably.
Okay, I could answer that for you. Well, I'm pretty sure he's gonna answer it, but my answer will be, that's not a content that people want to look at. Most of the content that people want to look at is cooking. They don't want to see people vacuuming. They don't want to see people washing dishes. It's cooking that people actually like to see. I don't think this guy understands that.
Because scrubbing a toilet or vacuuming the floor isn't as interesting and probably won't go as viral as making Oreos from scratch, you absolute imbecile. Like, I'm really sorry for pausing it, but
No. I apologize for pausing also, but then I'm putting it out there just as he is. So then we have to call this idiot out.
Jesus.
When they are performing labor in these videos, it's always something that, strictly speaking, is unnecessary, and they are doing it the hardest way possible.
What is unnecessary and hardest way possible? Can you explain that to us?
Entertainment.
Because the answer is that it is for show. It is all a performance.
Well, that's what you expect. People want to see what they want. That's how supply and demand works. I'm pretty sure this guy does not understand this. I refuse to read this book, The Theory of Leisure Class.
His remarkably prescient 1899 book, The Theory of the Leisure Class, Thorsten Veblen coined the terms conspicuous consumption and conspicuous leisure, suggesting that those with wealth and power, no longer having any economic production to contribute themselves, instead contribute to the production and consumption of leisure.
Blood is yapping right now.
Those consumption practices, those leisure activities, are conspicuous precisely because that is how the leisure class signals their difference from the working class, signals their exceptionality and their superiority. They're not better than us because...
Okay. That doesn't explain a lot of stuff to me in any way. It's like, dude, stop judging other people. You make yourself look bad. That's pretty much what it is. Why are you complaining about what she does? All I ever see is her cooking for her husband. And why are you complaining about this? The answer is simple. Because you have nothing else to do. Similar to me. But hey, we had to call out you guys because you guys are freaking retarded.
Because they can make their children cereal from scratch. They're better than us because they are so wealthy and well off that they have nothing more important to worry about.
Oh my god, she has kids. She takes care of the kids. That is a job. That is a full-time job right there. I'm sure she does plenty.
Okay, even if it is not a true occupation, I'm pretty sure what he's just said, that this is pretty much what she wants to do. Or what she likes to do. There's nothing wrong with that. Stop judging people by what you don't like. Holy shit.
Of work. Oh my god. The amount of things you are deriving from one video, making a viral video about just literally cooking Oreos is absolutely crazy. Now, I would totally understand if the rest of her content is promoting like some sort of agenda or something, but if you go on her TikTok, it's literally all cooking videos. This guy's not the only yapster over here, not the only nerd emoji over here, but it's filled with like tons of tweets of people just saying she's promoting like Mormonism or something like that, which I don't know where
all right, just from judging what he says from Twitter, they're themselves promoting propaganda to other people, so then they could guilt trip these people that is on the video saying that she's the bad person. I kid you not. This is really infuriating to people who has some sort of a better IQ version than them.
They are getting from, but all right.
If we were to ever see tradwives perform essential productive domestic labor, or see their husbands perform any domestic labor at all, that would in fact mark them as failures as tradwives. As Veblen wrote in 1899, again, he could have written it yesterday, application to productive labor is a mark of poverty and subjection. It becomes inconsistent.
Now that guy's a complete moron because here we have another viral video with like, I don't know, 24 million views of her husband cooking for her, okay? Which is completely opposite to the trad wife sentiment or whatever.
I told him I was craving a steak dinner tonight, but I was just too tired to make that, so he told me to sit down and that he would take over tonight.
You know, this is something that I would love to see. If my wife or my girlfriend or whatever does something for me, I would love her forever and ever. But if she's too tired to do something, it's like, it's my job to make her feel good as well. Because just because it's her occupation, her quote unquote occupation, doesn't mean she has to do it every day. I would say it is nice if I would do things for her as well. It's not just something that she has to do, regardless of the role that she is in.
And make me dinner for once. So I decided to just trust the process, but I was very skeptical when I saw how he cut those sweet potatoes. He started off by cutting some normal potatoes.
I'm pretty sure that's normal. Because her way of cooking compared to what he is cooking is not the same. Uh, if my girlfriend or wife would see me cook the way do things, I don't think she would complain. I would say in her back of her mind, she will have the same thought process as she has it's because she prefers things in that side of cooking process to make things taste good. But she will trust me. And if I do something bad, she's not gonna complain too much because she knows I'm doing things for her. And that is how I feel about it. It would be the same way if I see the way her cooking is. Doesn't matter. I will still love her.
And Japanese sweet potatoes and also some red onion. He seasoned all of that with some olive oil and some spices, gave that a really good mix, and then put it all on a baking sheet. I think he realized that it was too much for one.
Okay, basically, he goes on to cook a lovely meal over here. Here we got the finished product. We got some steak. We got some veggies.
I don't think I could cook the way he does it, or the preference of cooking the things. Oh wait, well, the food that is a finished product that what my wife would love to have. But in the end, I'm pretty sure she was like, that will actually taste good. It could use something else, or it actually tastes bad, but I will still eat it anyway because he did some effort.
Wholesome, okay? I'm actually impressed. How did you do? Hashtag steak dinner, hashtag pregnancy craving. This is just some wholesome content. How are people mad about this? Let's see what the yapster's saying.
Because these videos are not instructional. They are maybe inspirational, but they are always performative. This is...
Well, what's the problem with that, though? It doesn't have to... I'm pretty sure there are people who like to watch videos to relax, not to be productive. It's like, oh, criticize everything. It's really disgusting from this person's perspective.
Is not real labor, this is symbolic labor. It is nothing more than social signaling that this woman and her family belong to the leisure class. And it is also how she builds and signals her value if you are the sort of person who operates within an exchange economy that...
Oh my god, this guy cannot stop yapping. I'm sorry, it's 2 minutes, but I simply cannot get...
I can't understand him, and I refuse to understand him. Just because you know big words doesn't make you smart.
Get through this video. I'm trying my hardest, guys. This guy is such a yapper monster. Ay. Just because you're poor and insecure doesn't mean the lifestyle is bad or an unrealistic goal to have. Letting women know this is an option is a good thing anyways. And like she's...
Yeah, I will agree to this sentence that he just said, because let women do what they want to do. If they believe in feminism, and I'm just saying this because he's propagating conservatives and whatever right wing that he says, then let them do it. Okay? But if she wants to do what she wants to do, let her do it. If that's not your content, you don't have to watch it. You could just skip over it. It's on TikTok. You could swipe videos on TikTok that whatever you don't like to look at, but you're complaining about it for some reason that it could backfire on your own part because you make yourself look ridiculous.
She's not forcing other people to adopt this lifestyle. She's not saying, oh, you're poor if you can't make Oreos from scratch. She's not saying, oh, women shouldn't work or anything. She's literally just making Oreos for fun, buddy. Oh my lord, goddamn. Having your life in order is white supremacy, lol. Plenty of poor stay-at-home moms from all cultural backgrounds live like this out of tradition and necessity. This is no different than a day in my life as a Google intern style content. None of it is real. No one is getting lobster for lunch and open access to a wine bar at work. We all know it's performative, it's content. Well, you know, some days she might do this. I highly doubt she's making Oreos every single day. Might be a little special occasion, or maybe she's just doing it for TikTok content, but should you actually genuinely turn this into a white supremacy thing? Like, I don't understand how you make that connection at all. Okay, this guy got it. Who wants to see someone scrub a toilet? Exactly. She's white? Bro, does not look white, let's just say. Okay.
Yeah, basically, he's just getting owned on Twitter just for the content that he uploaded to quote-unquote criticize what she's doing is wrong.
According to the account posting about this video, one person in the video is a white supremacist. Which one could it possibly be?
Well, I could tell because one of them is whiter than the other. So, Let that answer that for you.
Which one? Oh my god. Not implying anything, by the way. Just, using his own absurd logic. Women are tripping over each other to find something wrong with this woman because we've been conditioned to compete with each other and see someone's talent and success as a direct challenge to our self-esteem. Yeah, there's a lot of angry women in the quote tweets or something saying similar shit to what that bozo was saying. Okay, here we got somebody on the other side, it seems, taking it a little bit too far. I guess he's responding to Professor Doofus over there. I once dated a communist. He was a joyless person who felt profound guilt in anything that wasn't liberating the working class. He refused to get a job because it meant he'd be taking a job from an immigrant.
Okay, that sounds so odd. I don't know why you had to do that, but I don't have that mindset, okay? I actually had worked before, and I'm pretty sure I don't have that type of mindset. Because if anything, when you go into a labor workforce, people expect you to be productive. And I think from my perspective, throughout my work life, I would say it's really tiring. But also, I feel a bit more better about myself because I know that blood, sweat, and tears is something that we need to work on. It strengthens our mindset. It helps us understand that we are not above all or anything. Each type of task that we do is very unique. And when you get the end result, it felt like you accomplished something. It's very satisfying that we got the job done. That's how I see it. And I would say I was pretty grateful of being in a labor force at the time.
That's 2000 IQ. Mom, the reason I'm not getting a job is because, I'm leaving the jobs open for everybody else. Amazing. Which meant I was working 15 hours a day to try to keep us off the streets. He didn't like having sex because he felt that he didn't deserve it when there was so much suffering in the...
Okay, I don't understand that. Okay, that's on him. I don't know how... What about her needs? I understand your needs that you don't want to have sex, but her needs does come as well. And if I was him, I would take that. I would take that immediately. It was like I would ask her, "Hey, do you would you like sex?" It's just like, "Yeah, okay, but let's have it." Or she would be like, "Honey, I would like to have sex." It's like, "Hell yeah, let's do it." But I have no idea what's going on with his mindset. It's really weird.
The world. Ay, ay, ay. So I guess I had to suffer too. There's no rationale or logic behind any of this, just a profound radiating misery and a desire to destroy everything that they feel is unequal. The only acceptable outcome for them is that you give them all your money and worldly goods and then roll yourself into a mass grave. All right, honestly, if you live your life like this guy, I mean, you probably have the saddest life imaginable. Imagine seeing a random cooking video and extracting all these random political bullshit things out of it and getting so mad about it. Very similar to one of the trends I'm seeing right now, Hassan over here. Jesus Christ.
Yes,
Streaming is such a hard job, guys.
Yes, a real job can...
And there's a controversial video that Hassan made. I've seen it. I didn't even want to cover it, but then there are other videos that people cover, but it's probably I didn't have the time to do so. But if you want me to cover about it, like and subscribe, or comment, and subscribe if you want to. But it's probably old news. I'm pretty sure you don't need to. So I'll just stop.
Can be gruesome. A real job can make you very tired, but a real job doesn't suck the soul out of you, you know?
Okay, I guess I could put my input in this. No, not really. Streaming is actually the most easiest job, but also the most privileged job of them all. Does it take effort to put the streaming into work? I would say yes, but not as hard as labor jobs or a salary man or running a huge company like a CEO or executive producer or anything.
You know what I mean?
Okay, why do you guys keep saying that she's promoting Mormonism or making propaganda? None of us are trying to live her lifestyle. We just like recipes. It's a big deal.
Yeah, pretty much what I just said. Like, what this first guy said was promoting propaganda. I don't even know what's Mormonism. Like, I assume that's religion of Mormon or whatever. I refuse to think too much about it, but that's how I see it. Yeah, that's what she said. It's just recipes. She likes to show the recipe of what she's making, and they're like, oh, maybe I could do this someday too. But let me just watch it for the time being.
She's truly the type of mother I aspire to be. I want to have all the time and money in the world to cook elaborate meals and desserts for my family.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. My girlfriend would love to be a housewife. That's her. She's already wants that end goal of hers right now. But every other women out there, like, if you want to go into a workforce, yeah, like I mentioned, go into a workforce. Doesn't matter. If you want to be a housewife, more power to you, because I think you're promoting something good for the society as well. Because right now, a lot of women are in the workforce now, but yet they don't feel like they're very happy. But the women that are becoming housewives, they see themselves a bit more fulfilling, because when a husband comes back home, it's like, oh, it's very satisfying that he's out there doing something while she's at home, fixing up the home to make the husband feel good at home. At least that's from my perspective.
I don't know where people are getting this Mormonism thing from. She might actually be a Mormon or something like that, but she never promotes it. Like, I literally cannot find the source of this at all. If she never mentions it, what's the freaking problem? The way that Mormonism is actively recruiting people through tradwife content is truly fascinating and terrifying, and exposes how easily duped people are by hot people. Where is...
Okay, I don't see her as hot. I don't think so, because from my perspective, I don't find her attractive. If anything, she's just doing what she likes to do as a housewife, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, if you're a female who working in a workforce, like I mentioned, that's fine. It's just that you're just gonna feel exhausted by the time you come home, and you don't have much time for yourself. Because when you come home, it's either you start cooking, which is more work for you, or you just buy something outside and then eat from there, and that doesn't feel like it's satisfying. You're just wasting a bit more money. I mean, yeah, you work for money and then you spend that for money. I'm not sure how much I could say about that.
the recruitment? There is nothing happening on this woman's TikTok. This is like, if you watch the entire 1 minute 30 long TikTok, she doesn't mention anything at all. In fact, she never does. Where are you guys getting this from? Somebody educate.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it is. It's like these people like to put subliminal messages into these videos, and all I see is just cooking videos. Why do they have to do that? But I'm putting out this information, like all this nonsense that I said, is only because of what they're saying. That's all it is. All this video that I'm looking at hers is just her being a housewife, nothing more. Or matter of fact, just cooking videos as a wife. That's it. I actually like that video. I just don't like how she looks. But the way the video is like, okay, I may want to do that someday as a husband. Who knows? Because if my wife sees something, all like cooking something that's very out of the ordinary, it's like, I'll try it. And even if I hate it, I will still love you.
Me explaining to my girl how to make homemade Oreos and ice cream. That's a keeper right there. Her vibe is evil and her kids' names are Brick and Shovel. Her vibe is evil? What do you mean? She's just making Oreos.
So where's the evil in this?
Someone will have to explain to me why her cooking all dolled up in her kitchen is problematic. Is it a religion? Is it because you can't stand women doing something different? At this point, y'all are no better than men. Let me give you the actual
I can't comprehend what this person is saying. I refuse to.
reason why people are mad. People hate anything that they can't have. So her having this sort of lifestyle that's, that looks pretty nice, she's enjoying what she does. It's, she has a loving marriage or whatever. That's triggering the absolute shit out of people who
I think it's people who, I'm pretty sure this is what he's saying. Like, people are very jealous of what they have that they can't have. Work on yourself. Don't judge other people just because you don't like how you're living in.
have to go and work actual jobs, so that's why people are mad. All right, I made my husband some shit he wanted. Y'all, her husband is a groomer who has her trapped in a cult. This video is just propaganda for Mormonism. They're indoctrinating you. Her nor her kids are safe. If you look carefully, she's not happy at all. She's actually miserable. Okay, so here we are on her TikTok, and if you look at all these, there's tons of these viral videos where she's essentially just cooking a bunch of videos over here, having fun with her toddlers. I guess cooking is, I don't know.
Okay, off topic here. I just saw Brussels sprouts, and I hate Brussels sprouts.
A hobby of hers or something, but none of these videos are promoting anything too bad or something. Anyways, that's pretty much it. Click this video or nerd emoji started yapping again.
Well, I would do the same thing as well. I would subscribe and like your video. Alright, you should do that to my channel too if you want. Please, help me, because I'll be dying someday. Not really. But take care, you guys.